more can I say?
Top Billin.
All right, top Billin. Going to be focusing on maybe one or two aspects in these pregame film preview things here. Wham, bam, thank you, man. Get in, get out. Just give you something to look for the game. So in the game against the New England Patriots, Seattle had trouble defending the middle of the field, in my opinion there, right? Keep in mind, of course, Quandre Diggs, who I think works very well in tandem with Jamal Adams from the little bit that I've seen, and from him working in the scheme last year when he was called over from the Detroit Lions, closing off the middle of the field. I think he's very good, very good. And, of course, Jamal Adams himself, who works better going towards the line of scrimmage, can do a lot of things. But the absence of Marquise Blair kind of scares me. Of course, we don't have a long history or data with Marquise Blair knowing that he could defend anything in the middle of the field. However, they chose him coming out of camp, so that says something to me. Ugo Amadi is a guy who I really liked in college at Oregon. I think he's more of a natural safety. So him playing at the nickel spot kind of concerns me, right? They picked on him a little bit in the New England game. He had some plays, but this game could get even worse for him because as good as Julian Edelman is with Cam Newton throwing him the ball, there's like 3 Julian Edelmans on the Dallas Cowboys that can rotate in the middle of the field. Most importantly, Amari Cooper, who, for my opinion, is perhaps the best route runner in the NFL, definitely top 5, right? And then you have CeeDee Lamb, who's going to be a superstar who they have operating out of the slot too. So they have both of these guys in a tight slot and slot format in your 3-by-1 formations. So you can see a lot of hell in the middle of the field. So we see right here the inability to get organic pressure. That has somebody like an Ugo Amadi here being sent on a nail blitz. So that pretty much opens everything up right here, especially if you're talking about trying to close off the middle of the field. You're going to have just pretty much a replace, right? A replace high. He's just going to sit here in the middle of the zone. Julian Edelman here, have a dig up here, wheel route up here. And I believe you just have pretty much the same thing right here, just trying to find a void in the zone. So you're leaving this middle of the field open. If this were Amari Cooper, he's going to make somebody miss. Same thing with CeeDee Lamb here. Look at that. Look at all that space there. Just because the inability to really get organic pressure, right? You see them playing, right? What are they doing here? You see them rotating, right? So they're rotating middle field close, almost like a cloud coverage there. And then you see it's just too much spacing there, right? You need to be able to get up on these receivers for Dallas and really force Dak Prescott to kind of hold the ball, right? You can get that organic pressure going there. But just one example there. Let's go to another one. All right, on this particular example here, the onus is going to be put on Jamal Adams. You're going to have motion across the formation right here by your man Julian Edelman, who then takes that bad boy to the post. What you have pretty much is Lano Hill here, right? So he's not Quandre Diggs at this stage of his career. He gets fooled here with his eye discipline. You'll see the tight end right here, Ryan Izzo, stay in to block. So that means there's probably no immediate threat that's going to come his way. You see outside leverage here, your cover 3 scheme being played by your 2 guys, Shaq Griffin and Quentin Dunbar. So Damiere Byrd here, he's going to be getting pretty much wheeled up the field. So they at least got the leverage on this. You would have to be able to work this and then work out of your pedal and be an immediate threat to both sides. Both sides right there. But if you see here, Lano Hill gets caught up really paying attention to the wheel route here. You see the motion by Julian Edelman. All right, cover 3 there. Now look at him. Super concerned about the wheel route. Leaves Jamal Adams on an island. Now, I love Jamal Adams playing forward, meaning moving towards the line of scrimmage or in zone or something like that. Him having to turn and run with Julian Edelman in man coverage, not going to happen, bro. Not going to happen. So he has outside leverage here. Edelman just pretty much cooks him. Good throw by Cam Newton, puts it right on him. Damn near a touchdown. All right, this is going to be pretty much a 2-man route combination. Technically, right here, front side, you will have a whip route by N'Keal Harry. But this is where the cheese is made at. Deep dig on the outside by Damiere Byrd. And this cover 3 right here ends up being ran out of nickel. So you do have Ugo Amadi right here across from Julian Edelman. However, I believe he works hook curl. And then you will have a deep over route that actually ends up drawing Jamal Adams here in coverage. So check this out. Yep, hook curl, look. Nope. Couldn't get there. Could not get there. We'll probably need to be able to man up the slot against Dallas. I'm trying to tell you. They have some dangerous slot receivers just like a Julian Edelman, but only even more explosive. All right, let's get to some of the challenges that Dallas presents with his throw game. All right, one of the good things about watching these guys play the Atlanta Falcons is the Falcons are a great value version of the Seattle Seahawks on defense, right? They try to be like the Seahawks of old, but, man, they're more like the Seahawks of last year every year, if you get what I'm saying. So you'll see very similar coverage to the last one I just showed with Seattle here. You have a form of a 3D coverage going on with here with the middle field close rotation, and then you have what looks to be more of a man-up version on the outside, but it's a 3D coverage here. Maybe a form of man-free, but it's definitely some zone being played here. You got zone here. You got a zone here as well, and then maybe somebody else dropping back in zone. But you get 4 verts going on from Dallas, so everybody's just getting vert, and they work it just like that. So it's pretty much finding the hole in the void of the zone there. See, they like to attack the middle of the field. Look at that. Got him right over it. Explosive play from a big guy like CeeDee Lamb. So it adds a little bit different element than a 5'9" or 5'10" guy, whatever Julian Edelman is, compared to a 6'2" guy like CeeDee Lamb. Look at that. Covers the zone. Right? So that would be, you see the linebacker was walked out over the line of scrimmage. Then he shoots back to kind of rob the middle of the field there. Doesn't get enough depth. Dak Prescott is a really good thrower of the football, really strong arm, fairly accurate as well. He's coming into his own. Don't want this guy to light up the middle of the field, no doubt. All right, so the Falcons were trying to disguise coverage. Of course, they work out of a 3-deep shell mostly, but they were working a ton of cover 2 as well. So you're going to have cover 2 right here. But you're going to have a 2-man route combination pretty much, right? Kind of an out route here by Michael Gallup. And then you're going to have a deep post by Amari Cooper hitting the middle of the field. He gets matched up against the safety, Keanu Neal here. And that's all she wrote. Like I said before, not too many cornerbacks can guard Amari Cooper. Running at your safety in the middle of the field like that, another explosive play. Damn near took it to the house if he wouldn't have stumbled, but you can see here, 2-deep shell. Now 1-on-1 with the great one, Amari Cooper versus Keanu Neal. Cooks him, right? Sawdust his ankles. Look at the separation created there. Lots of social distancing being practiced by Keanu Neal. Explosive play. So, man, that's pretty much it right there, right? If you really think about it with the Dallas Cowboys, with its run game and its ability to throw the ball just from the personnel that it has, it's like almost like a combination of the first 2 teams that Seattle faced. I thought the Patriots' run game would be a little bit better than it was because it has a little bit more dynamic pieces for the run game. But the Seahawks did a pretty good job of shutting that down, right? But they were getting done in through the air by the Patriots. The Falcons have a really good passing game, quarterback, receivers, and all. Probably one of the best in the league, top 3, maybe. Maybe could make an argument for being number 1. And it gave Seattle a little bit of fits towards the end of the game, but hey, they were playing catch up. But this combines the best of both worlds here, especially if Dallas's tackles, offensive tackles, are healthier, or if they play, or even if not, man, they just have a pretty good throw game, and we know they have one of the best running backs in all of football. If the tackles are healthy and the offensive line is healthy, this is going to be the better offensive matchup if you want to see the Seahawks go up against a really complete offensive team. The other side of the ball, though, I think Dallas has a pretty decent pass rush. It has a chance to have a really great pass rush. These guys got to get up to snuff. But the defensive backfield, I think Seattle could really torch this defensive backfield. So got to take some to give some there. Would not sleep on Dallas. Would not absolutely sleep on Dallas. This is a very good team. I think it could do some things this year. I think Seattle is the more complete team. So I'm going to go something like maybe 34-24 Seattle. If I'm gotta make a pick right there, guys know I don't like making picks, but people always want to hear my opinion on that. So I just want to give you guys the ins and outs of what's going on between those lines. So something like that. But man, I wouldn't sleep on Dallas. Dallas could very well win this game. So there you have it, man. It's your boy Murf, the Underground King. Thank you for watching. Peace. Make sure you subscribe.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.